guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing amazing. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Today we are decked out for Valentine's Day. We got the Valentine's Day headband, we have the red lip, and we have Valentine's Day Dollar Tree DIYs to share. In my last Dollar Tree haul, I shared that I was really happy with the Valentine's Day stuff, so I wanted to share with you guys how I'm revamping it, using it in my Valentine's Day decor, and what you should be on the lookout for if you want to decorate for Valentine's Day. I love DIYs that are easy, not too much mess, not too many steps, and that's exactly what I'm going to share with you guys today, and I'm really happy with the way that they all turned out. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, or if you're not sure if you're subscribed, check your subscribe button, make sure that it's no longer red. I would really appreciate it. I would love to have you join our YouTube family. We put out new videos every single week, and we're all about that budget life, that Dollar Tree life, and I would love to have you. Alright you guys, let's get started on our first DIY. This first DIY is probably my favorite because I love that it's a bigger piece that you can use on your mantle or your wall, and I absolutely love the color of it. You only need a couple of things, one being the styrofoam hearts that are at Dollar Tree. They're sparkly, and I believe they have them in pink or red. And then you're going to need some yarn. You can find the yarn at Dollar Tree in the craft section. Normally it's at the bottom. I found a ton of different colors and options at a bunch of different stores. The one that I opted for is this pink cotton. It kind of looks like silly string. I got one package of that, and I absolutely love this. So we're going to start by taking the yarn and a little bit of hot glue, and we're just going to wrap it around the heart. We're going to wrap it from the bottom all the way up to the top, making sure to do the outline of the heart so that it looks like an actual heart. I did end up using the whole entire package of yarn, so depending on how big and thick you want it to be, you might have to pick up multiple packages, but for me, one package of yarn worked just fine. So now you could use the heart in your decor just like this. You could do it on a wreath, you could hang it on the wall, but I wanted to make it into like a wall art piece. So I'm going to be taking one of the Dollar Tree foam boards, and I'm tracing it in the size of a picture frame that I already had from Joann's Fabrics. I like the size of it, and I wanted to replace it for a Christmas sign that I had. So I'm just going to be using an X-Acto knife to make sure that I'm cutting the right size, and I'm just using the old picture as a guide. So for the wooden pieces, we're going to be using the paint stirring sticks that you can find at Lowe's or Home Depot. You need to get 2 packages of the larger size. There are only 3 in a pack, so you need to make sure that you have 4. So you do need to buy 2 packages of these. So I've seen a lot of people use these online, but they forget to mention that you have to cut the handle part off. So you can either use a hand saw, or sometimes if you're like me, you might have to use a kitchen knife, depending on what you have. You know, we all don't have the same amount of tools. I personally never have any tools, so do whatever you can to make sure that you're cutting off those handles and make sure that all of the pieces are the size that you need for each side of your sign. Once the wood is cut, now you can either stain it. You can use a stain that you have from the hardware store, the stain markers that you can find at Dollar Tree. That will take a little bit longer, so be aware of that. Or you could paint them depending on what color you want them to be. I decided to stain them because I had stain from a leftover project. I always buy the smallest little one, and it works for a lot of different projects, but it just totally depends on what your budget is and if you want to go out and have to buy stuff. So once my sticks are stained and dry, I'm going to be using a mixture of wood glue as well as super glue to adhere it to the board. I just use the board as a guide, and I just glue it right down to the board, and it's nice because the board on the back acts as like an anchor, so nothing has to be extremely perfect. I really love doing it like this. If you don't have a lot of tools or a lot of time, this is a great way to have a wooden piece if you're like me and don't have a lot of tools. So I let everything dry. Once it's completely dry, now we're going to adhere the heart to the center of the board, and I just used a mixture of hot glue as well as super glue so that it was nice and sturdy. Like most of my DIYs, it's all trial and error, so I decided to start adding a bow to the center, and I wanted to add a decal, and I was just playing around with it. In the end, I decided to take off the bow and just to use the love portion of a Dollar Tree decal, and I added that right to the bottom. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. For just a couple of dollars and a little bit of time, you have a nice sign that you can use on your mantle, on a bookshelf, on your wall, depending on how you want to use it. I absolutely love the color of the yarn. I think that it's nice and neutral, but it it has a nice and fun texture. I'm really happy with the way that this project turned out, and I would definitely recommend giving it a try because it's not that hard at all. DIY number 2 is super simple. I want to share a couple ways that I'm using black in my Valentine's Day decor. I really love the more neutral tones, and I think that it ends up looking really nice. So I'm just taking this textured bottle from the Dollar Tree. It has kind of like a little bit of stuff on the sides of it, and I really like the way that it looks. And when you paint it in a matte color, it looks really, really nice. So I'm just using a matte chalk paint in black and a sponge brush just to paint all the sides of it. You only need to do one coat of it, and you can be super messy with this, so that's why I really love chalk paint. Super easy to work with. I grabbed 2 different styles of Dollar Tree flowers. One is like a rose, and I'm not sure which one the other one is, and I'm just going to add those into the vase and use a few of the little hearts. These are just little styrofoam hearts that come in a pack that they have at Dollar Tree. They have pink, and I believe they also have red. I started off with pink, and I ended up with red. Again, like I said, sometimes it's trial and error. Not everything is always as I have in my head, and I just added the hearts in to add more of that Valentine's Day texture. So right on the center of the vase, I added a little bit of ribbon in buffalo check and then one of the glittery Dollar Tree hearts right to the center, and this is a fun little piece that you can add in your kitchen, your bathroom. Super easy. It can be done in under a few minutes, and I really, really, really love the way that the black looks. You guys can let me know, do you think black is too much? Is it too dark? I want to know what your opinion is, but I've really been loving neutrals. So that is the finished DIY number 2. DIY number 3 was inspired off of a picture that I saw on Instagram. I'll link the account in the description box. I saw that she made it and I was like, I can do this too. I had all of the supplies. So I'm using a beware sign that I have from Dollar Tree and just painted the back of it in the black chalk paint. This is a perk of being a Dollar Tree hoarder. I have tons and tons of craft stuff that I don't end up using and I don't have a purpose for. So I love when I'm able to use the items that I already have, and I had everything that I needed for this project. So I'm also going to be using 2 of these kind of galvanized picture frames that they had at Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still have them. If I can find them and link them down below, I will. But I had these from I think like a couple of months ago they had them, and I've seen a lot of people using them in different ways. I did not use mine, so we're going to be using those in this project. For this project, you're going to need a bow for the top. I'm going to share with you guys how I created my bow. I followed a tutorial online. I'm a terrible bow maker. I am not good at all. So I followed her steps and I was able to create a pretty cool bow, but I did 3 different sizes. So you need one that's longer, a little bit shorter, and then a smaller version. You just stack them all on top. You use a little bit of wire to cinch it in the middle, and then I added just like a little bit of the heart it's like the heart ribbon that they have at Dollar Tree. I added that to the center as well to the little drapey bits to make it more Valentine's Day.
At sundown, come down, think about where we are. It's a long way, way up to everything that we want. But if we take a moment to get closer, closer to the things we love, it's not a long way, way to the spot where we already are. Stay here under the palm trees. Oh, won't you lay here with me? Baby, there's no plan for the wicked. There is no hope for the longing heart. Just another day to be with you. When everything ends, it's a brand new start.
So now to adhere our picture frames to the wood board, I just took off the little back bit that allows it to stand up, and I'm going to be using a mixture of wood glue as well as super glue to adhere it to our board. I made sure to leave a little bit of space for the bow at the top so that we can glue that once these 2 portions are dry. If you saw my Dollar Tree haul, then you'll see that I hauled these hearts. These are in the craft section. They also have little circles, but I just used those on each of the little picture frame sections and attached it with the twine that it came with. And I love that they're black and white because I feel like it goes with the theme so well. But it's totally up to you if you want to use hearts that they have. They have the wooden hearts at Dollar Tree. They have so many different options, but I decided to use these. I used a little bit of hot glue to attach the bow right to the top. And there is our finished DIY number 3. I really love the way that this turned turns out, and I love that you can change it from season to season. I think that it's really, really cool. You could even add in family pictures if you wanted to do that, but I think this is perfect for the theme that I'm going for Valentine's Day, and it was super duper easy. So now for the last and final DIY. In my Dollar Tree haul, I asked if you guys were for the little red truck or if you were over it, and a lot of you guys said that you liked the little pink camper. So I wanted to share with you guys how I updated the Dollar Tree Christmas camper sign and made it one that's for Valentine's Day. So at the Dollar Tree right now, you can find a lot of these Christmas campers that say Season's Greeting on it for 50% off. So get one of those, and we're just going to paint over it. We're going to start by painting over the top with white paint. I'm using the Dollar Tree Kids paint, but you could use chalk paint. That would probably be a lot better because it's a lot thicker, but we did have to do multiple coats to cover up the writing, and we're going to try to finesse it a little bit. So do what you can to cover it up, and then at the bottom, to cover up the pink sparkly bits, I'm just using a pink acrylic paint. I decided to paint all the parts that were red, pink, and then keep the top white because I wanted it to be like fun and Valentine's Day. I'd seen an idea similar to this at Hobby Lobby, and they add in some light blue, so it's really up to you what colors you want to paint it. I really like the idea of the pink and the white for Valentine's Day. I think that that's super cool. Once all of the paint is dry, I'm just going to be using craft paper and a white marker to write love. I just added it to a little bit of string so that it looked like a banner, and it helps to cover up the seasons part. And then to outline, to do kind of like the outline of the trim on this little camper, I'm using Target trim that I found in the dollar spot. It's white and it looks like little balls. It was only $1 and it's super duper cute, so if you can find it, pick it up, but you can use anything just to add trim to your camper, and I just use hot glue to attach that. So once that was done, I could still see some of the writing, so I decided to write Love Shack with the banner. So I just took the same craft paper and marker and wrote Shack and attached it so that you could not see the Season's Greeting through it. Again, I played around with it. You could add hearts to the top. You could do so much with it, but I think this looks super duper cute. It's perfect for the kitchen. It's perfect for those that still love the little red truck but maybe want to introduce it into a new way for Valentine's Day. It was super easy to do, and I really, really loved the way that it turned out. Those were all 4 of the DIYs that I had for this video. Hopefully I'll be back super soon with some more Dollar Tree DIYs, other Dollar Tree related videos. If you guys have video suggestions for me, leave them in the comment section down below. I love you and I appreciate you. If you want to help me out, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and follow me over on Instagram. I am at Sensational Finds. I would love to see you guys over there. When I'm not here, I'm there, and I'm sharing like sneak peeks, days of my life, my kids, my life, all the other stuff that's not Dollar Tree and not a video. That's what we're doing over there. If you guys are a real one that has made it to the end of the video, thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. I love those that stay to the end. You guys make my heart so, so happy. Leave the word spy in the comment section down below. If you guys want to leave the hidden word, leave it in a funny way, leave it in a snarky way, leave just the word itself, but leave the word spy in the comment section and I will feature you in my next video. Here are a few from my previous video. Thank you for being here. I love you from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I will see you guys next time for another video. Bye, you guys.